In this video, I will explain how Scotland has reached 90% of its electricity from renewables and why renewable energies are very important in terms of combating climate change. It's far more important than driving electric cars. I will explain why. Okay, so let's just go into the detail. Scotland's actually set up this goal to achieve 100% of its electricity coming from renewable energies in 2011. So they set out this goal around 9 years ago, and they say in 2020 we are going to achieve 100% of our electricity from renewable, and it actually meets its target. But this target is highly ambitious. It's very ambitious. I cannot see any other country can do this. So Scotland is very close. It's 97%. 97% of its electricity is coming from renewables. That's an insane number. 97%. Okay, so its majority of electricity is actually generated by the onshore wind. So it's actually very windy place. 70% of its almost 70% of its electricity is coming from wind energy. So it's like that's a very good place. It's not like every country can do that. It's really depending on your geography. Okay, so let's just say why I think achieving the 100% renewable energy they provide in your electricity is more important than electric cars. Okay, so why I think so? Because in terms of manufacturing an electric car, an EV is actually consuming more carbons than manufacturing a combustion engine car, gas power car. And how the electric car can save more carbon than the gas power car is because if it consumes 100% of electricity that's coming from renewable, it's after maybe 220 miles of driven, it can save more carbon than the gas power car. But the assumption is you need to consume 100% of your electricity that's generated by renewable. But in the most countries, it just that's impossible. In on average in the world, this number, the electricity coming from renewable is around 7%. 7%. So even you drive an EV, you still waste more carbon than the usual person if your electricity is not fully coming from renewable. So that's why switching all the electricity to renewable, it's more important than driving an EV than EVs. So we need to achieve at least 90% of renewable coverage for electricity before we really switch into EV. Definitely, these two can be done at the same time. But what I'm saying is the world since has more focus, more emphasis on EVs than renewable energies. I will definitely want to see more countries like Scotland can achieve such a high renewable coverage for electricity. And it also has another goal. Scotland wants to achieve the renewable energy generations to account for 50% of its energy demands by 2030. You may have some questions say why it's already 97% coverage for electricity. Why it has another goal? It's 50% of energy demand because electricity doesn't equal to energy demand. There's a lot of energy demand coming from fossil fuel. So that's when EVs can become useful. When EVs can become useful, because they already achieved the 100% electricity coverage. So that the next stage is to replace those combustion engines to electric engines. And the transportation, in fact, accounts for 25% of its energy demand. So if we can switch those gas power cars, gas power trains to electricities, that will be much easier. Of course, like trains mostly now is like electricity power, but for most cars are not. So that's where Tesla's other EVs can be very useful. But it's especially useful for Scotland or some other Scandinavia countries because they also have very high percentage of their electricity coming from renewable energies. Okay, so that's something I want to share with you today, and that's extremely remarkable achievement for Scotland. Congratulations. Okay, so if you would like to receive more energy, technology, Tesla, cryptocurrencies, reviews like this, don't forget to subscribe. Your subscription is really my best encouragement to make more videos like this. Other than that, I'll see you next time.